Today we're taking a look at the New York Liberty vs Atlanta Dream match, which is happening on Saturday, June 26, 2021, and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours and hours of your time searching the internet for some fake betting predictions and losing your money because of it. Join High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advices instantly. The New York Liberty faced the Chicago Sky and took a loss by a final of 91-68 in their last game. New York wrapped up the game having earned a 37.3% field goal percentage, 25 out of 67, and knocked down 4 out of their 25 three-point attempts. At the charity stripe, the Liberty buried 14 of 18 tries for a rate of 77.8%. In regard to grabbing boards, they collected 37, with 9 of them being on the offensive end. They also recorded 13 dimes for the contest, as well as forcing 14 turnovers and having 3 steals. In reference to the defense, New York allowed 50.0% from the field on 37 of 74 shooting. Chicago distributed 5 assists and had 9 steals in this contest. In addition, Chicago snagged 35 rebounds, 5 offensive, 30 defensive, and had 4 blocks. Chicago shot 88.9% when shooting free throws by knocking down 8 of their 9 shots. They converted 9 out of their 19 shots from beyond the arc. The New York Liberty looked to snap a 2-game losing streak when visiting the Atlanta Dream on Saturday. New York is 7-8 following a 91-68 loss on Thursday. The loss was New York's second straight to the Sky in the last 3 days. Michaela Onyenwere was the leading scorer for New York with 16 points. The Liberty are 4th in the Eastern Conference standings, 2.5 games behind first-place Connecticut. But Delaney is a player who is a major contributor for the game. She ended up walking away with 14 points on 7 of 13 shooting. She played 33-14 minutes and collected 5 rebounds. Laney shot 53.8% from the field and recorded 3 assists. Someone else that had an impact in the game for the Liberty was Kylie Shook. She pulled down 11 rebounds in 31-59 minutes played. She went 42.9% from the floor in the game by connecting on 3 of 7, 6 points. When the final whistle blew, Shook wasn't able to notch an assist. But Delaney is leading New York in scoring with an average of 19.8 points per game, while Sabrina Ionescu is the second leading scorer and leader in assists with averages of 11.6 points and 6.3 assists per game. In the absence of the injured Natasha Howard, the leading rebounder is Ionescu with an average of 6.3 rebounds per game. New York steps onto the hardwood with a win-loss record of 7-8 so far this season. They average 79.3 points per contest, 9th in the WNBA, while hitting 42.3% from the floor. The Liberty are shooting 35.3% from downtown, 152 of 431, and 79.8% from the charity stripe. As a unit, New York is collecting 33.7 rebounds per game and has accounted for 297 dimes so far this year, which is 3rd in basketball in terms of passing the rock. They are giving up possession 17.0 times per contest, and as a squad they are committing 18.3 fouls per game. On the defensive end of the court, the Liberty are forcing 13.3 turnovers per game while drawing 18.1 fouls. They rank 11th in the league in allowing assists to their opponents with 304 conceded for the campaign. The Liberty defense is giving up an opponent FG percentage of 43.7%, 200 of 271, and they relinquished 39.1 boards per contest as a team. They surrender 32.0% on three-pointers, and they are ranked 10th in the league in PPG allowed, 87.0. For their last game, the Atlanta Dream took a loss by a score of 87-85 against the Minnesota Lynx. The Dream recorded 21 defensive rebounds and 6 offensive rebounds, totaling 27 for this game. They coughed up the ball 10 times, while getting 13 steals in this matchup. The Lynx were called for 19 personal fouls for the contest, which took the Dream to the free throw line for a total of 17 attempts. They were able to knock down 14 of the free throw tries for a clip of 82.4%. When discussing shooting from downtown, Atlanta buried 5 of 13 attempts, 38.5%. When the final whistle blew, the Dream ended up shooting 33 for 69 from the field, which gave them a percentage of 47.8%. The Dream permitted the Lynx to knock down 34 of 65 tries from the field, which gave them a percentage of 52.3% in the matchup. Atlanta looks to snap a 2-game losing streak when hosting New York on Saturday. The Dream are 5-8 following an 87-85 loss to the Minnesota Lynx on Wednesday. Atlanta squandered an 18-point lead in the first half and was held to just 9 points in the fourth quarter after entering the final quarter by 8 points. The leading scorer in the loss for Atlanta was Courtney Williams with 24 points. Leading scorer Tiffany Hayes is out injured. The second leading scorer, leading rebounder, and leader in assists is Courtney Williams with averages of 17.5 points, 6.9 rebounds, and 3.8 assists per game. Chennedy Carter is the second leading scorer with an average of 15.7 points per game and one of just 2 active players for Atlanta that are averaging double figures in scoring. My first betting advice is to pick Atlanta. Odyssey Sims pitched in for the Dream for the matchup. She buried 5 out of 14 in the matchup, giving her a field goal percentage of 35.7% and added 2 rebounds. Sims tallied 13 points in her 39 minutes of playing time and had 2 assists for the game. Someone else that was pivotal for Atlanta was Courtney Williams. She ended up finishing with 2 dimes in her 37 minutes on the court, and she put in 11 out of 19 from the floor. Williams ended the game having shot 57.9% from the field while also earning 24 points and 5 total rebounds. The New York Liberty come into this game with a 7-8 record overall, which puts them in 4th place in the Eastern Conference. The New York Liberty got out to a fast start to the season, but they are really struggling coming into this game. The New York Liberty have lost 2 games in a row against the Chicago Sky, and the offense was a problem in each of the games. In the last game, New York only scored 68 points, while their defense gave up 91 points. The New York Liberty are averaging 79.3 points per game while their defense is giving up 87 points per game. Betnijah Laney has been the best player for New York, averaging 19.4 points while shooting 50.7% from the field. On the other side of this matchup is the Atlanta Dream, who sit with a 5-8 record overall, which puts them in 5th place in the Eastern Conference. Coming into this game, the Atlanta Dream have lost 2 games in a row, including the last game against the Lynx. The offense was strong in that last game, scoring 85 points, but they gave up 87 points, and that led to the defeat. The Atlanta Dream on the season are averaging 84.4 points per game while their defense is giving up 87.3 points per game. Tiffany Hayes has been a strong player for the Dream this season, averaging 17.6 points while shooting 45.1% from the field. 3 different players are averaging at least 15 points per game, and the offense is going to need 2. Atlanta has a mark of 5-8 so far this year. Atlanta has accounted for 1,097 pints on the campaign, 84.4 per game, and they average 34.4 rebounds per game. The Dream have committed 19.8 fouls per contest while shooting 73.5% from the charity stripe. When it comes to executing on offense, The Dream are hitting on 42.7% from the floor, which ranks 6th in basketball. They are dishing out assists 18.1 times per contest, 9th in basketball, and they turn it over 12.5 times per game. The Dream on defense are ranked 11th in the league in PPG allowed with 87.3. They give up 21.2 dimes and 35.9 rebounds per contest, which has them ranked 12th and 9th in the WNBA. The Atlanta defense gives up 39.5% on shots from distance, 119 of 301, and their opposition makes 81.8% of their shots from the charity stripe. They are forcing their opponents into 16.5 twos per game and allow teams to shoot 46.4% from the floor. My second betting advice is to pick over. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting advice.